Hello and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Shalene. What is the felt need to talk about rebuilding temples at this point when the government has been voted to power a few months back? Is there any empirical evidence to suggest that specific temples were demolished? If yes, haven't most of them been rebuilt already? On what basis has the 20 crore budget allocation been made for the rebuilding of such temples? Has the temple rebuilding issue been dished out as an opium to distract the people from the shortcomings of the government? Watch the very engaging debate on Herald TV's program, Point Counterpoint.
What is the felt need to talk about rebuilding temples at this point? Is there any empirical evidence to suggest that specific temples were demolished? Has the temple rebuilding issue been dished out as an opium to distract the people?
The details of the 20 crores which has been kept in the budget, the government will come up with which area and which temples or which part they intend to do. That will come out in the public domain very soon.
Okay, we'll wait for that.
Yeah,
okay.
so I think that will clear all that doubts. But intention was never to has never talked about any other religion or any other community. It is purely about some temples which have been destroyed, and it may have some historic importance. See, we have so many historic monuments here, religious structures which are of national, international importance. We have the old Goa, where it is you see for the exposition or for the feast, we have pilgrimage and people coming from all over the world. So we should support, or the government should fund and take care of such areas. So I don't think it is anywhere against any other community.
I'm okay with kind of developing temples, though they can all develop human beings perhaps, but I'm still at raising the question, what type of developmental index or indices we will talk about. There is GDP where it is fitting, HDI, Human Development Index,
Right.
or we talk about IWI, Inclusive Wealth Index. How are we going to grow as Goans when we are looking back at temples or monuments or sites of past heritage? So will that help us to grow? Are there no other urgent, important matters? Like what comes to my mind straight away is the bridge there, which was built so recently, and we have potholes, and Madras IIT is studying it.
Utterances of development as mere illusion. And this game of playing this card is distraction.
So why do you feel so?
I feel it's distraction because you keep the people enamored with that. It's like the opium which will keep you busy, and this side you have no development. You look at it. We don't have to be, we don't have to put every day out in Facebook and all. The roads are not in good condition. The gutters are not being cleaned. There's flooding everywhere. Works are not being completed on time. Contractors are not being paid. People are not being paid their salaries on time. You talk about DSS, Ladli Lakshmi and DDSYS. Are those payments being made on time? For 1 year, 2 years, people have not been paid.
CM was very clear, and now even the official spokesman is also talking about it. But they are talking about building at the sites where the Portuguese had destroyed temples. But then it is confusing. I am unable to relate. And then there is a reason.
Yeah, my point being, where are those sites? My only contention is that. Where are those sites?
I am specifically talking about the same thing.
Yes.
In Goa, except for one site, that is the earlier Vijay Durga temple at Kortalim. Other than that particular site which is in question, there are no other sites where the temples were destroyed, and no temples have been rebuilt as of now. Because other sites where the temples were destroyed, those temples have been rebuilt over the period of time, and these temples are existing there.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
In a major accident on Tuesday morning, a Kadamba Transport Corporation bus hit a tree and a parked four-wheeler near Mall de Goa, Porvorim, after a reported brake failure. The bus was on its way to the KTCL depot, Porvorim, from Panjim. While there were no passengers on the bus, the driver and conductor were injured. The bus suffered major damage. Police conducted the Panchnama. More details are awaited.
A Kadamba Transport Corporation bus hit a tree and a parked four-wheeler near Mall de Goa, Porvorim. The bus, which rammed the tree due to brake failure, suffered major damage. There were no passengers on the bus, but the driver and conductor were injured. Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
On a daily basis, commuters are put to severe hardships due to nagging traffic congestion on the Mapsa Court to Old Municipality Junction stretch. A few schools are located by the road and the roads get congested when parents come to drop and pick up their children. Besides, there is parking on either side of the road. The traffic problem is aggravated since there is no traffic police posted there at any part of the day. Accidents too are frequent occurrence on this stretch. Listen to the citizens' voice on their woes.
Commuters are stuck in nagging traffic congestion on the Mapsa Court to Old Municipality Junction stretch. A few schools are located by the road and the road gets congested when parents come to drop and pick up their children. The traffic problem is aggravated since there is no traffic police posted there at any part of the day.
आता हांगासर एक प्रॉब्लम जाल्लो आहा की ट्रॅफिक ब्लॉक जाता. हे आतां आमचे देसाय झेरॉक्स आहा दादा देसाय तेजे फुडल्यान हे पयलीं जे हॉस्पिटल आसलें आमच्या हांगा थंयसर थंय एक स्कूल आहा तेका लागून हांगा खूब ट्रॅफिक ब्लॉक जाता. पयलेच म्हापशान मातशें फुडें गेल्यार ट्रॅफिक सिग्नल आहा थंय 4 स्कुलां आहा थंय ट्रॅफिक ब्लॉक जाता आनी हो मेन रोड ही कट्टी पडटा. कितें आमची मागणी आहा लोकांची मागणी आहा की हांगासर एक ट्रॅफिक पुलीस दवरपाचो. ज्या टायमार स्कूल सोंपता त्या टायमार स्कूल स्टार्ट जाता. हे फर्स्ट टू KG टू 4th ग्रेड स्कूल आहा कितें आतां पळय दिसता तुमकां आतां वयता ते हेवटेन तेवटेन दोनूय सायडीनी गाडयो पार्क केलेले आहा. ताका लागून सगळी ट्रॅफिक ब्लॉक जाता आनी एक्सिडंट आतां म्हाज्या फुडें एक गाडी दुसऱ्या गाडीक लागलेली आहा कित्याक चड हांगा कंजेक्शन आहा ट्रॅफिक. ताका लागून आमचे ट्रॅफिक डिपार्टमेंटा कडेन आमी मागता की हांगा एक ट्रॅफिक पुलीस हांगा दवरपाचो सकाळचो आनी दनपारचो स्कूल सुट्टा त्या टायमार.
ट्रॅफिक पुलीस जाय खरो कित्याक ते भुरगीं आसात न्हू स्टुडंट्स क्रॉस करपाक मातसो प्रॉब्लम जाता. गाडयो बी खूब आसा रश आनी पावसान आतां आनीक चड जावंक लागला.
हे एग्जॅक्ट खंय आतां हें एग्जॅक्ट खंय
हांगा स्कूल आसा न्हू
ओके
हे इडन स्कूल आसा
मॅनेजमेंटाक तुमी जे जावं
ना हांगा मॅनेजमेंटाक कशें सांगलें.
Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
Goa boasts of the most scenic locales, of which are a filmmaker's dream. It also billed as #1 tourist destination in India. But over the past decade, garbage has suddenly become a gigantic problem which is foxing the state as well as local bodies. The garbage problem seems to be quite simply insurmountable, even with the government investing crores on garbage plants. So we asked common people if they can dish out any solutions to this garbage menace. Listen to what they have to say.
Over the past decade, garbage has suddenly become a gigantic problem. The garbage problem is simply insurmountable even as the government invests crores on garbage plants. What are the common folks' solution to this garbage menace?
I like all the people to clean, not to litter around the city area. Be a honest citizen of of the society, and I would like all the people to this. Even they see anybody littering around, should punish them or catch them and take them to the police also. And that they should not litter around the city area and as well as other parts of Goa.
गार्बेज कंट्रोल करपाक एक म्हटल्यार आतां पणजेंत सिटीन जशें जो कचरो आसा तो सेपरेट करच्या खातीर ओलो कचरो आनी सुको कचरो हे राबयता ते. सो ते सगळे गोंयभर राबोवचें पडटलें. ते जर गोंयभर राबयलें जाल्यार म्हाका दिसता तेजो रिजल्ट मेळटलो. आतां आमच्या कडेन जे पॅकेट आसा एकदां तें पॅकेट फोडलें आनी बदललें जें खावपाचें खाल्लें काय आमी काडटा आनी तो कचरो डायरेक्ट जंयच्यान आसा थंयच्यान भायर उडयता. म्हाका अशें दिसता की तें तुका रिजल्ट जर जाय जाल्यार आतांची जी भुरगीं आसा म्हणजे क्लास 1 to 10 मेरेन तांकां बरें ट्रेन करचें पडटली.
म्हाजें नांव सिराज अली. म्हाका दिसता हे प्लास्टीक स्प्रेड करपाचो सगळ्यान मेन इशू आसा तो आमीच स्प्रेड करता. जेन्ना पर्यंत आमी पब्लीक आनी जनरल लोक प्लास्टीक यूज करपाक सोडचे ना तेन्ना पर्यंत प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व जावचो ना. तर आमी सांगता हो विकता तो दिता तो न्ही. आमी घेवंक जायना. आमी पेपर बॅग यूज करूंक जाय, आमी क्लॉथ बॅग यूज करूंक जाय. आमी जेन्ना पर्यंत प्लास्टीक यूज करपाक सोडचे ना हो प्रॉब्लम केन्ना सॉल्व जावचो.
आनी ते रस्त्या सायडीन गार्बेज उडयता ताका स्टॉप करपाक कितें करपाक जाय अशें तुमकां?
ना तेंच जेन्ना पर्यंत आमी सेल्फ कॉन्शियस जावचें ना, जेन्ना पर्यंत आमी स्वता चिंतचें ना की आमी कचरो उडोवंक जायना तेन्ना पर्यंत आमी दुसऱ्याचेर ब्लेम करून केन्ना सॉल्व जावचो ना. हो ब्लेम आमी स्वता चिंतूंक जाय की आमी तो उडोवंक जायना.
स्टार्ट.
पयली गार्बेज जी आसा ती पयली घरा कडेन जण एकल्यान आपल्याक सांबाळून सेग्रिगेट करून कित्याक आमकां इतली संवय जाल्या प्लास्टिकाची. आमी जेन्ना बाजारांत घेवन वता आमी बॅगां हाडटाले पयले आतां बॅगां खंय हाडटा. आतां बॅगां हाडिना. बाजारांत येवन आमी प्लास्टीक बॅगां पयली सोदता. ही संवय आमची बंद जाली. कित्याक जितले आमी बॅगां घेवन येयना तितली प्लास्टीक घेवन आमचे 10-15 हातीन ह्यो प्लास्टिकाच्यो पोती आसता. पूण जोण एकलो मनीस जेन्ना बाजाराक येता खंय वेता आपली खाशाली पोती तरी हाडीत हांगासर. म्हाका दिसता एटलिस्ट मिनिमम हाफ तरी प्लास्टिकेचें कमी जातलें आनी ही गार्बेजूय कमी जातली.
Devendra Gavkar and Shagun Gowde for Herald TV.
The District Legal Service Authority, North Goa Department of Women and Child Development, Labour and Employment Department and NGOs observed World Day Against Child Labour. The attempt was to raise awareness against child labour and propagate their rehabilitation. Director of Women and Child Development, Dipali Naik, spoke about the significance and the work done to eliminate child labour.
World Day Against Child Labour was observed on Tuesday. The attempt was to raise awareness against child labour and propagate their rehabilitation. Anyone can rescue a child and call 1098 for assistance.
दोन्ही डिमांड जे आसा चीफ लेबर कमिशनराक घातलेले आसा. सो थर्ड थिंग इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूट द चाइल्ड लेबर एंड एडोलसंट लेबर रिहॅबिलिटेशन फंड. जो फंड जो क्रिएट जावपाक कसल्यो केसीस आमी रेस्क्यू केली जाल्यार चाइल्ड लेबराचेर एक फंड आसता. दॅट फंड कॅन बी युटिलायज फॉर रिहॅबिलिटेटींग एंड रेस्टोरिंग द चिल्ड्रन. सो म्हजी 3 मागणी लेबर डिपार्टमेंटाक द लिगल सिस्टम सो दॅट वी क्रिएट दॅट इकोसिस्टम. आनी अशें आमी मानून घेवपाक जाय की गोंयांत आजून पासून चाइल्ड लेबर आसा. वी कॅन सी दॅट इन द स्ट्रीट्स, वी कॅन सी दॅट ऑन द बीच एरिया, वी कॅन सी एट मेनी प्लेसीस.
आजच्या बाल कामगार विरोधी जागतीक दिना निमित्त हांगा चायल्डलायन गोवा वुमन एंड चायल्ड डिस्ट्रिक्ट लिगल एड सर्वीस अथॉरिटी आनी बाकीच्या NGOनी मिळून आमी हे प्रोग्राम हांगा केल्लो आसा. आमकां सगळ्यांक सांगपाक जाय की सगळ्यांनी बाल कामगार हे कमी करपाक आनी नाच करपाक हेल्प करपाक जाय. खंयचेय भुरगें मेळ्ळें जाल्यार वाटेर ताका 1098 ह्या नंबराचेर डायल करून ताजी बरो भवितव्य जातलो, ताजें शिक्षण पूर्ण जातलें हें पळोवपाक जाय. आनी ह्या वर्सीचो थीमूय तोच आसा की सोशल अवेरनस ऑन चायल्ड लेबर एंड चायल्ड एंटी आसपाक जाय. दुसरें आमी सगळ्यांनी मिळून प्रयत्न करीत जाल्यार एकूय भुरगो शिक्षणा वचून रावचो ना अशें म्हाका दिसता. आनी आमी जर पेन घेत आनी जागरूक रावत जाल्यार खंयचोच भुरगो आपलें आयुश्य वेस्ट करचो ना हें हांव एश्युरन्स घेवन सांगता की 100% सांगता की प्रत्येक नागरीक जर जागरूक जालो जाल्यार अशें जावचें ना आनी भुरगीं आमची बरी शिकून आनी बरे फुडाराचे नागरीक जाता.
आनी तुमचे कडेन कितें कंप्लेंट बी अशें येता कितें चायल्ड रिगार्डींग द चायल्ड लेबर बी अशें?
चायल्ड लेबर आमची इन्स्पेक्शन जाता लेबर डिपार्टमेंट थ्रू आस्थापनांनी खंय इंडस्ट्रीन हातून आनी समज जर थंय मेळ्ळें जाल्यार ते चायल्ड लेबर डिपार्टमेंट आसा ते चायल्ड तांकां नोटीस धाडटात आनी मागीर समज रस्त्यार खंय आमी खूब फावटी इन्स्पेक्शन बी करतात तेन्ना रस्त्यार फेस्तांनी ल्हान भुरगीं बोमाडे हे विकता मेळटा तेन्ना आमी स्ट्रीट चिल्ड्रन प्रोविडन्स आसा तांचे कडेन कॉन्टेक्ट करता. आमची CWC आमची कलेक्टरान केल्ली एक टीम आसा स्ट्रीट चिल्ड्रन प्रिवेंशन हातून त्या भुरग्यां त्या टिमी थ्रू आमी तांकां रेस्क्यू करता आनी थोड्यांक आपणा घरान दवरतात.
देवेंद्र गांवकर for Herald TV.
The body of an unidentified male was found under the bridge at Saturday in Naikbag, Penne. The person seemed to be between 50 to 55 years. On seeing the body, locals informed the Penne police. Police went to the spot and did the panchnama.
The body of an unidentified male was found under the bridge at Satarda in Naibag, Perne. The person seemed to be between 50 to 55 years. On seeing the body, locals informed the Perne police. Ashmita Bolji for Herald TV.
The festival of Vat Purnima is celebrated annually all over Goa during the month of Jesta. On this occasion, a married Hindu woman prays for prosperity of a husband and longevity by tying a ceremonial thread around the banyan tree.
The festival of Vat Purnima is celebrated annually all over Goa during the month of Jesta. On this day, a married Hindu woman prays for the prosperity of her husband and longevity. As per tradition, the women tie a ceremonial thread around the banyan tree. The significance of this festival is connected to the legend of Savitri and Satyavan, wherein Savitri brought her husband back to life from Yama. Herald TV brings to you footage of the Vat Purnima celebrations from Panjim and Aldona. Watch.
Hello, my name is Namita Garg and I came here for Vat Savitri Puja, and today's speciality is this is for married ladies. This worship is for especially for married ladies, and speciality of this occasion is कि लोग क्या करते हैं कि ये इसमें बढ़ के पेड़ की पूजा होती है, ना कि लोग लेडीज़ें क्या करती हैं कि इसके पत्तियाँ तोड़ के अपने घर ले जाती है और वहाँ पूजा करती है. तो मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ आना चाहिए और साल में एक बार ही पूजा होती है. तो अगर घर से निकलकर तैयार होकर अगर अपन वट के पेड़ के पास आए और वहाँ आके पूजा करें तो इसकी शोभा और बढ़ जाती है. इसको और इसकी जो शोभा है वो ज़्यादा अच्छी हो जाती है. तो मुझे लगता है कि लोगों को यहाँ आके इसकी पूजा करनी चाहिए और इस पूजा का मान बढ़ाना चाहिए. नमस्कार.
वटपौर्णिमा हो एक भारतीय संस्कृतीतलो एक महत्वाचो महिला खातीर असलो एक सण आनी ह्या सणाक आमी सगळे कडेन पळयतात महिला पारंपारीक कपडे घालून बहुतेक नववारी साडी न्हेसून वडाची पूजा करतात, वडा भोंवतणी प्रदक्षिणा घालतात आनी आपले कितें मागणे आसा ते थंयसर देवा कडेन मागतात. वडा कडेन मागता अशें म्हणना हांव, पण देवा कडेन मागतात. आतां हितून मूळ कथा जी आसा ती सावित्रीन यमा कडल्यान सत्यवानाचे प्राण परत हाडले. म्हणजे एक महिला जर आपल्या घोवाचेर जिवापाड प्रेम करता जाय जाल्यार तेचो प्राण यमा सारख्या देवा कडल्यान परत हाडूंक शकता आनी हें तिणें खरें करून दाखयलें. आनी ह्या खातीर तिचो उगडास म्हणून हो सण साजरो करतात. केवळ उगडास काडून जायना, जशें आमी वर्सान एकदां गणपती हाडून पुजता आनी तेजें विसर्जन करता अशें हांगा जावंक उपकारना. हांगासर महिलांक आपल्या घोवा बद्दल अभिमान आसूंक जाय. घोवाचेर तेंचे प्रेम आसूं जाय. जर घोव बायलेचेर जर बरें प्रेम आसूं जाय जाल्यार ती फॅमिली, तो परिवार बरो सुखान जगता. जरी गरिबी नासले जाय तरी सुद्दां गरिबीचे चटके खायत आनंदान जगता. तेंच्या खरें म्हटल्यार आयुश्यान आनंद आनी समाधान हे खूब म्हत्वाचें. आनी आनंद आनी समाधान जर घोव आनी बायल मदें आसूं जाय जाल्यार कांयच वायट गोश्टी घडूंक शकना.
Shagun Gowde and Prakash Kadekar for Herald TV.
Land grabbers are nothing short of mafia. Properties of Goans are transferred while they are still residing in them. Some have been threatened not to come out of their own homes by land grabbing goons. Today is special story. We will show you how the owners are prisoners in their own homes. Homes their ancestors built, some passed down to them. Homes where they still live. These very homes have become their prison cells.
Many other properties in Badin taken over by this Branca mafia and a land group.
Land grabbers are nothing short of mafia. Properties of Goans transferred while they are still residing in them. Some threaten not to come out of their homes by the land grabbers' goons. Today, the owners are prisoners in their own homes. Homes their ancestrals built. Some passed down to them. Homes where they still live. These very homes have become their prison cells. But Herald found during their course that its continued engagement with many people who have similar horrifying experiences that the land grabbing has gone to a next level. Unknowingly, long arm of the mafia has grabbed their properties, transferring them to land grabbing goons without the knowledge or, as Herald has constantly reported. But Herald found during the course that continued engagement with many people who have similar horrific experiences and that the land grabbing has gone to another level.
I can speak? Anything. She is Isabel Fernandez. She will be residing in this house from 1983 onwards. And all of a sudden we have come to know in the month of March there is a mutation case put against this house. And the sale deed which is mentioned by someone called D'Souza Teresa, a resident of Dadar, Mumbai. That also not a proper full address also is mentioned. For deletion of her and my dad's name, that is Mr. Sebastian Fernandez, who has passed away in the month in 2020. And now I have already put an objection on 18th of May, but till date I have not got any hearing from the Mamladar. I have been twice to the Mamladar also, but the hearings have still not come. The objection is still reflecting online against the same.
Okay.
We don't know this person, whoever this person is, nor it is related to us or something. Even as per the RTI, had asked for the sale deed against which the mutation was put across. I've got the sale deed. The sale deed also, as I consulted advocate Christina also, the sale deed is in total not in a proper form matter whatever is done, the dates and all. Even the earlier this also, we have not got any notices from the court or something from this person also that we have been served mutation notices. We have not got any notices at all.
Work is going on. All that JCB machines, bulldozer, tractor, they made a road, they blocked the road. We, being a owner, cannot enter the property. Personally, they hold us and they give us threatening, go immediately, enter your room, don't even open the windows, forget about the rooms. Even my nephew was there, he put that koitu or something on his neck or something. Then I came in front of him, Are Baba, he is a just child of my elder sister, he is doing nothing with this business, please forgive. We are not doing anything. So he said, okay, but don't interfere in this.
I am Vincent D'Souza. I am from, I am normally a resident in Delhi, and I am one of the co-owners of this property, and this is my cousin Dev Kumar Adhikari, whom we also call Tutu. He is staying in this property. In February, we were informed that there was or rather March, there was a problem with a property at the back. And then when I checked online, I found out that this somebody has laid claim to this and fraudulently, and then because this property is already under settlement of on inventory, it is already in court for the past few years. So I was very surprised, since this is a sub judice matter. How can this property be taken over by some other means? Then after that, then I checked online, and I was very surprised to find that many other properties in Baden were already taken over by this Branca mafia and a land group.
Talk about this issue.
Initially, they had filed it on paper. Then when they came to take possession of the land, then that was when, I think in April, they came to the back property and they threatened my cousin that if you come in, we will look at the back what is going on. We will kill you all. So then and now as you can see, he's now a senior citizen and also he's not keeping well in health. So it was not advisable that he gets too worked up because he's already a heart patient.
A special story by Ashmita Polji for Herald TV.
We did not notice it at the time, but now that it has been noticed, there is no problem in taking action, says BJP State President Sadanand Tanavde. Tanavde was referring to notices sent to Michael Lobo's hotels. He also added that there is no question of this being selective targeting. If he is not doing anything illegal, he just has to prove it and the matter will be closed. Meanwhile, BJP spokesperson Yatish Naik also commented on the issue.
Did not notice it at that time. But now that is being noticed, there is no problem in taking action against it, says Sadanand Tanavade, referring to the notices sent to Michael Lobo's hotels. He also added that if Michael Lobo is not doing anything illegal, he just has to prove it and the matter will be closed. Tanavade said that till date, I have no intimation about any Goa Congress MLA joining the BJP. Even if they had gone to the higher authorities, I would have been informed, says Tanavade.
तूं म्हाका डायरेक्ट प्रश्न विचार विश्वजीत राणे उलयता म्हणून विश्वजीत राणे जे कितें उलयता आसत त्या खात्या भितर जर इरिग्युलरिटी पयलींच्या मंत्र्यान मायकल लोवन केल्ली आसत एक्शन ही जावपाक जाय ह्या मताचो हांव आसा ह्या गोंया भितर कोणाकूच इलिगलिटी जी आसा म्हणजे बेकायदेशीरता जर कोणें केल्लें आसत जाल्यार ताका त्याची शिक्षा जावपाक जाय ह्या मताचें म्हजें मत आसा एज अ प्रदेश अध्यक्ष.
त्यांचो आरोप आसा की पयलीं मंत्री तुमच्या हितून आशिल्लो
त्या वेळार त्या आसतना जर त्यांनी चूक केल्ली आसा आनी आतां जर आमच्या मंत्री विश्वजीत राणे हांकां जर दिसता आसत की चूक आसा जाल्यार त्याचेर एक्शन जावपाक जाय कायदेशीर रित्या जी चौकशी जावची जाय ती जावनी.
पण त्या वेळार तुमच्या गव्हर्नमेंटान आसले
हे पळय एखाद्या वेळाचेर तेन्ना लक्षांत येवना आसत आनी आज जर लक्षांत येता आसत जाल्यार त्याचेर एक्शन घेवपाक कांयच प्रॉब्लेम ना कायदेशीर कितें तें जाता.
अशें म्हटलें की निवडक लक्ष केल्लें वयता अशें दिसता.
निवडकचो प्रश्नच ना न्ही निवडक कित्याक तर प्रश्न आसा तो ताका जर समजा तो जर त्याची कसलीच जर भितर चुकी नासत जाल्यार तेणी मागीर त्या हातूंतल्यान इन्क्वायरी वेळार कळटलें न्ही चुकी आसा काय ना ती आतांच आमी काय हांवें काय खबर ना म्हाका पण तुमी प्रश्न विचारलो म्हणून हांव सांगता.
मायकल लोबो म्हणटा की ते आपल्या धंद्याचे पर्सनली वयता
तो धंदो जर इलिगल आसा आसत जाल्यार त्याचेर पर्सनली वचपाचो प्रश्न येना ही हॅज टू प्रूव दॅट इट इज लीगल विशय सोंपलो न्ही.
तेजी बायल म्हणटा
बायल कोण म्हणटा कितें तेजेर हांव वचना हांव त्यांच्या प्रश्नाचेर वैयक्तीक उत्तर दिवपाक तो म्हजो काय कोण न्ही आज भारतीय जनता पार्टीचो कोण न्ही तो ही इज अ लिडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन ऑफ काँग्रेस पार्टी ताका सेफगार्ड करपाचो त्याचो अमित बाब पाटकार करता.
Shagun Gowde for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.